Tell Us Another One is brought to you by Mad Marco Enterprises. Show idea, concept and design by Marco Liberati. Please enjoy the show. Cheers!
Tell Us Another One, a show with tall tales, jokes and antidotes. And now please welcome your host, Marco Liberati.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, what a fantastic audience. Thank you guys for coming out and being part of our Tell Us Another One show. We're going to tell you a joke and then we'll tell you another one. So here goes. I'll tell you a little story about, I was invited to a Bucks night. I'm at this Bucks night and there's two beautiful strippers come over to me. And one says her name's Mercedes and the other one says her name is Porsche. I'm like, really? Oh, hello Mercedes, hello Porsche. I don't know if you're left out, so I said, my name's Hyundai. I'm just that classy kind of guy, you know, can I say? There you go. I've got a neighbour, and Aziz, and he's from the Middle East, and he speaks very, very good English, but sometimes he mumbles a little bit and he stumbles on his words, and he's come over and he's gone, Marco, can I borrow the bottle? So sorry, Aziz, what's that, buddy? Marco, can I borrow the bottle? Can I borrow the barrel? You want to borrow my wheelbarrow? Yes, Marco, please, can I borrow the barrel? I said, sorry, Aziz, mate, but I've lent it to Barry. Oh, Barry borrowed the barrel, Barry has the barrel. I go, no, mate, I just wanted you to say Barry borrowed the barrel, that's all, thank you. That's it. There you go. All right, so, well, hey, that's me. We've had a couple of jokes, had a bit of fun. Round of applause for our guest comedian, Terry North.
Thank you.
So there's a lady, an organist, and she's very voluptuous, and she plays the organ beautifully. And before the sermon, she's playing away, and her breasts are swinging side to side, and the nuns are just absolutely distraught. They're just like, no, this is inappropriate. We can't have this. So after the service, the nuns approached the woman and said, listen, we can't have this. This is not appropriate. It's a church, you know. Like, I've got a tip for you though. What we're going to do is we're going to give you some persimmon. And I want you to put that on your nipples and between your breasts, and that'll hold them together and weigh them down. And that should stop the obscenities going on over here. Yeah. So if you can try that, guys, but just a word of warning, whatever you do, make sure that you don't touch your lips or your mouth because it has a numbing effect. So anyway, the next week, Sunday morning, she's at the Mass and she plays the organ. And this time, the nuns are very, very pleased, very happy with what's going on there. Everything's intact, everything's in place, no obscenities, which is fantastic. And then the priest comes up to start the sermon and he says, due to unforeseen circumstances, today's sermon will be cancelled. Thank you.
I've got a viewer joke. Where's this one from?
We've got one from Talji Rushdie in Dandenong, and his is the cab driver joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've memorised it, so
excellent.
We'll be all right.
Take it away. Yeah.
So a guy gets in a taxi and the driver takes off and they get a little way down the road and the guy leans forward and taps the taxi driver on the shoulder. And the taxi driver just throws a wobble, he's swerving all over the road, he loses control of the car and he finally gets back under control again. And the guy goes, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realise that was going to freak you out so much. And he goes, it's not your fault, it's highly my fault. He said, this is the first day I've done this job. Before this, I used to drive a hearse. That's quite a good one.
All right.
I do like that.
Alrighty, we've got another viewer joke here. We'll, oh no, we can't tell that one. Some of the jokes are inappropriate, so we'll just we'll have to skip past
surprise,
that one.
surprise.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We've got a little Johnny joke here.
Ooh, little Johnny.
This is a good one. Little Johnny jokes, they're always great. So we've got little Johnny in the classroom, and the teacher brings in a shopping bag. And she goes, righto class, we're going to play a guessing game. So I'm going to reach into the bag, and I'm going to describe the item, and you need to guess what it is. So she reaches in, she goes, okay, this one's quite firm, quite long. Little Johnny's busting to, he's like, miss. She skips straight past little Johnny, she goes over to Tony. She goes, Tony, what do you think it is? He goes, oh, is it a banana? She goes, no, it's actually a celery, but I like your thinking. And she goes again. She says, okay, I've got another one in here. This one's firm. It's long as well. It's actually got a bit of a curve in it. And then Johnny's, again, he's out of his chair. He's, miss, miss. And he goes over and goes, oh, Tina, what do you think it is? She goes, is that a celery? She goes, no, it's actually a banana, but I like your thinking. Johnny's had enough at this point. He's going, that's it, I've had enough. He jumps up and goes, hey, miss, I've got one for you. I'm going to put my hand into my pocket and I'm going to describe what's in there and you have to guess what it is. It's round, it's hard, and it's got a head on it. And she goes, oh no. He goes, no, it's a 10-cent piece, but I like your thinking. All right, Terry, take it home. What do you got?
Well, I got, right, so it's just a joke, right? So a guy gets a job at the zoo. And he starts job first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock, he's down there mucking out the elephant cage or whatever. And the boss of the zoo comes in and he goes, oh, well, he's wondering if you could do us a favour. He said, like, the gorilla died last night and he's like our main attraction. And we've got another one coming, but in the meantime, we was wondering if you wouldn't mind dressing up as a gorilla and getting in the cage. And the guy's like, oh, how about that? He said, we'll give you a month's wages for a day's work. He's like, all right. So he gets in this cage and he gets a bit enthusiastic. He's running around and busting his chest and then gets on this bit of rope and he starts swinging up on this bit of rope and the crowd are right behind him. They're cheering him on and he gets right up the top of the cage and he loses his grip and he flew out of the cage and he landed in the lion's cage. And this lion started walking towards him and he started shouting, help, help! And this lion came up and said, shut up, mate, you'll have us all out of a job.
Cool. All right, that's the end of our joke-off segment, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for our joke-offs. All right.
Tell us another one. A show with tall tales, jokes and antidotes.
Here we are. This is Marco Liberati coming to you live from the bar. We've got a couple of bar jokes to tell you today. Let's start off with a couple of jumper cables. Rock up to the bar, and the bartender looks at the jumper cables and goes, I'm not serving you guys, just in case you start something. A little teaser to get us, just a little teaser to get us going, but there is more. Two tradies rock up to the pub, and they bring their eskies. So they've got their lunches with them. Anyway, they go to the table, they sit down, they take their lunches out of their eskies, and the bartender goes, excuse me, gentlemen, but I'm sorry, but you can't bring your own food into the pub. So anyway, they've looked at each other, shrugged their shoulders, and swapped lunches. Problem solved.
What are you doing, Sam? Just thirsty. It's where you get your water from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, pick up on the phone.
Hello, call before you dig. Trent speaking.
Yeah, hello. I'm going to dig a little veggie patch in the backyard, and someone telling me I have to call you before I dig.
Correct. What's the address there, please, and your name?
Yes. My name is Giuseppe Rizzo, and this is number 12 Gipotalia Avenue in New Brunswick. And I want to dig right across to the back of the fence.
Look, I'm just checking there. Yes, sir, should be fine as long as there's no easement.
I'm sorry, what do you say?
Easement?
Oh, yeah. It's not easy, mate. It's a hard work to make a veggie patch, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Look,
And you have to put the manure, you have to dig the soil, you know, fertilise. It's a hard work, it's not easy.
Look, Giuseppe, just how deep are you digging there?
We dig, I don't know, 1 foot, foot and a half, and we see what the soil is like anyway. You know what I mean, you know what it's like.
No, I don't actually. Look, just don't dig any deeper than 2 feet because otherwise you might damage the internet.
We talk about to damage the net. Wait for the fruit to grow on the trees and then we put the net. And if I damage the net, what's it got to do with you anyway?
Just be careful there, Giuseppe. Thank you, bye.
Goodbye. Very nice, have a good day. Same to you. These young kids, what do they know about hard work anyway? Sit in the bloody computer all day in the little air-conditioned office. I got no idea. Oh, what's happening here?
Dad, what have you done? The internet stopped working.
Guts of the internet. Huh? What's this? Hello?
Yes, hello, this is the internet company. Is there a Giuseppe there, please?
I'm sorry, I think you got the wrong number. Oh, dear. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage none other than my lovely wife, Olga. Alrighty, here we go. Get ready for this one. Get ready.
Knock knock. Who's there? Olga. Olga who? Knock knock. Who's there? Olga. Olga who? Knock knock. Who's there? Olga. Olga who? I'll go away, can I open the door? Thank you.
Thank you, Olga. Big round of applause for our special guest. Special guest, Knock Knocker. That's awesome. This is a little Italian one here, so I'm going to say knock knock, and this time you are going to do an Italian response, which is ma who is? Knock knock.
Ma who is?
Police. My police up on the door, it's a bloody cold outside. All right, that's enough of me playing around with these silly knock knock jokes. We are going to wrap up our segment, so that's it for Don't Knock It.
Tell us another one. A show with tall tales, jokes and antidotes.
And now it's time for some stand-up, and none other than Terry North is going to take us on for some stand-up comedy. So, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our guest comedian, Terry North.
Thank you. How you doing? Yes, well, it's Antidotes, nice place. It's great. I live up in the hills, up in Belgrave. I was out till pretty late last night, catching up with all the young friends of mine. Trying to keep up with them is a bit hard these days. I'm not getting any younger. They was all out drinking espresso martinis and Jaeger bombs. That's coffee and Red Bull before you go to sleep at night. That is not the best idea I've ever had. I mean, not only did I wet the bed last night, I was awake when I did it. It was like, it wasn't good. Yes, so it's great living up there. We get possums in the house, we get rats. Anyone had rats in the house? Yeah, you can't poison them these days. My friend said, you can't put poison out, it's not environmentally friendly anymore. So she gave me this box, you plug it in, it's electric, right? And you put the bait in, and then when the rat goes in, it gets electrocuted. It's quick, it's humane, it's all over. That doesn't even know it's been killed. And so she said, I'll give you some peanut butter. I thought, that's very kind of her. She said, it's for the rat, you idiot. And apparently that's what they like. They like peanut butter. That's what they use for bait in these things, right? So I put the peanut butter in. 4 days, nothing, not one single rat. I rang her up. I said, they don't seem to like the peanut butter. She said, well, try chocolate. I said, chocolate? Whatever happened to cheese? Didn't rats used to just like cheese? I said, what have I got, a hipster rat in my house or something? Got to put some quinoa in there or something for it. Or I tried that and I got 4 of them. It was good, it worked. So obviously they are hipsters. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, we just finished the Melbourne Comedy Festival. That's always a good time of the month for me. It's exhausting. I'm sort of driving into the city every night. It's quite a long way from Belgrave into the city. I have found a little quicker way of getting in there now. I listen to Classic FM on the ABC. It's great, just one song and I'm there. It's awesome. It's so it's a good drive in. But it's hard. I used to do a job as a driving instructor as well. Yeah, it's a pretty good job. Keeps you off the streets in a roundabout sort of way. And yeah, well, it's great because you've got dual controls in the car. It's awesome when you've got dual controls. I can actually drive the car from the left-hand side. It's awesome when you've had a drink. You can just... Copper comes up, where'd the driver go? I don't know, he was there just now, mate. He just legged it. He's gone. But every now and again, you know, you get criticised for your own driving. They see a sign that says on it driving school, so they expect you to be a perfect driver. I mean, we all make mistakes. One day I just inadvertently cut some bloke off, you know. And he's like, call yourself a driver and start, what the bloody hell are you doing? I said, oh, fair go, mate. I said, me driving instructor jumped out the last set of traffic lights. I'm on my own here. I was crapping myself. And yeah, it was hard. Yeah, and yeah, we was in Adelaide, doing the Adelaide Fringe Festival. We was over there. Very hot in Adelaide this year, as it always is over there. I should know better. When I go out, I have to be very careful because I burn very easily. Like a full moon will get me. I've just got to be, you know, I got sun cream everywhere, right? Sun cream on my face, on my legs. I was wearing shorts, right? I don't normally wear shorts. The only time I normally wear shorts is when I'm playing golf because these legs are putting anyone off their game, you know what I mean? So So I've got sun cream on my legs, I've got sun cream on my feet, everywhere. So I had to walk from the tram down to the beach, right? And I was wearing thongs. I didn't realise that when you're wearing thongs, that little band that goes over your feet, you know, where your toes go through, as you're rubbing away the sun cream on my feet. So I get down the beach thinking I'm fully protected. If you ever missed a little bit on your foot, just that one bit, it's a killer, isn't it? Oh, it was mental, man. I'll tell you, I got home that night and I was lying in bed. It was pitch black. I looked under the doona. There were 2 bright red arrows glowing in the dark. One on each foot. I couldn't get shoes and socks on the next day. It was just too painful. So, there was a positive. I came out of the pub that night and I was that drunk I couldn't remember where the taxi rate was. I looked down and saw these 2 arrows. I thought, oh, there you go, it's this way. We'll just follow those. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. And yeah, I got that tram back from... Anyone been to Adelaide? You been to Adelaide? But they've got a tram. Just the one. Like when I first went to Adelaide, like, I was walking around the city looking for the rest of it. It's like it's like someone I bought with a train set for Christmas. They couldn't be bothered finishing it, you know. It's crazy. So, but this tram was so packed. It was so absolutely packed. And the tram driver, very smart guy, he was only letting people in the back door and only out the front door. So every time the tram stopped, he was like, can you people at the back move down, please? Let some people in the back door. So we all moved down the tram a bit. Next stop, can you move down a bit further? By the time I got to my stop, I'd gone from the back of this tram to the front of it. And as I got off the driver, he said, excuse me, did you pay? I said, leave it out, mate. I walked most of the way. I said, I'm not paying for that. I can't help being a smart ass. It's in my DNA. My ex-wife didn't like it either. She hated me being funny. Isn't that weird? She married a stand-up comedian, and then after 23 years of that, she got a bit wrapped off with it. And I think you would as well, because I'm like this all the time. I can't help myself, right? And so I was on tour. I was doing the tour up in Far North Queensland, and she rang one night, and she's like, so where are you off to tomorrow? I said, oh, we've got to get up early in the morning because we're going to Early Beach. And she always used to correct my diction. Don't you hate that? Like, she'd say something, I go, what? And she'd go, it's pardon. I hated it. And so she's rung me up, she goes, so where are you off to tomorrow? I said, oh, we've got to get up early in the morning because we're going to Early Beach. She went, it's early. I said, oh, we've got to get up early in the morning because we're going to Early Beach. And she hung up. That was about my time, is it? That? Go on, what? We're going to keep moving. It's good. No, I love it. I was doing the tour up in Far North Queensland and we was driving on this road. It was like a dead straight road, flat. We was on it for like 4 hours and we hadn't seen one car. It was so my mate who was driving, he was doing like 160. We hadn't seen a car for 4 hours. We got pulled over, but this cop just came out of nowhere. Like, he just appeared. My mate's pulled over, put the window down. The cop come over and he goes, I've been waiting all day for you, son. And my mate said, well, I got here as fast as I could. And it was full on, it was. But yeah, I love it. Yes. And anyone been to McDonald's lately? Yeah, I only went in to use the toilet. Well, you wouldn't eat the food, would you? Let's face it. It's so embarrassing though, because I went in to use the toilet, right? I'd done the job, done the business, all that was left was the paperwork to do. No paper. How embarrassing. I had to come out of the toilet and go into the store, you know, go to one of those silver dispensers where they keep the paper serviettes, you know, grab a handful of serviettes and go back to the toilet. And everyone was watching me because I had my trousers around my ankles. It was so that was tough. Well, KFC, I went to KFC, right? Those big family buckets you get, you know, those massive family buckets, feeds about 10 people. Yeah, and so I go to the counter, I was the only one in there. And the girl goes, is that to eat in or take away? I said, oh, just set them up in the corner. What time do you close? Jesus Christ, I mean, what a stupid question. Like, do you want fries with that? No. Thanks very much. Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, I don't know, what else can I tell you? Where else have we been? We've been to, we went out to Perth, over there. I had to fly back from Perth one night. I hadn't booked my airfare. Now, I'm really hopeless when it comes to computers. I am so useless at it. I'm about as useful as a concrete parachute when it comes to use the computer. Every time I turn my computer on, I'm sure it just looks at me and goes, I can't believe he's come back again. When you've got a computer in the house and you've got young kids in the house, you've got to be very careful what phrases you're going to put in the computer, because if you put the wrong words in there, you're not going to get what you were looking for, are you? Right? I was trying to book a flight once to go to Tasmania, and so it said, do you want to go to Hobart or Launceston? I thought, well, I've never been before, I'll Google it, right? So I just Googled in map of Tasmania. Don't do that. Don't do that. You should have seen the crap that come up my bloody computer, and you can't get rid of it. Once it starts popping up, they're like, oh, look what he likes looking at. Let's send him some more. I'm trying to delete it and delete and delete. It wouldn't go away. And then my wife and kids are walking up the driveway, and I thought, Jesus Christ, they see me looking at this, I'm dead. So I just did the only thing I could. I just pushed it off the table and broke the bloody thing, got rid of it. She went down to play solitaire or something. She's like, what happened to the computer? I said, oh, it broke. She said, you're getting really clumsy. That's the second one this week, so. Quite good. Yeah, but yes. So I had to try and book this flight back from Perth one night. So I'm on the computer looking at it, and it was a flight. It was like 4 minutes past midnight, Perth to Melbourne, $107. I thought, that's good, isn't it? It's not a bad price, you know, for short notice. I thought, I'll book that. So I'm in it, and like I said, I'm not very good at computers, so I'm taking my time, you know. And then when it gets to the payment bit to put my credit card details in, it wouldn't take the payment. And I think, oh, what have I done? I've stuffed it up. I've done something, you know. So I had to ring up the operator, you know, the service centre. And she goes, oh, yeah, no, I can help you with that. So she said, we went through the booking thing again. She says, you want them at Perth to Melbourne on this flight? I said, yeah, blah, blah. She booked it all up, and she goes, that'll be $165. I said, sorry, I thought it was 107. And she goes, no, there was only one seat left at that price, and it seems you were a bit slow on your computer, and by the time you got there, someone else has taken it. I went, oh, geez. I said, forget it, don't worry about it. I'll ring Tiger. They've probably got a better fare, you know. This was way back, this was like 2014 or something. And so I said, I'll ring Tiger. And so she said, Mr. North, if you take this flight with me today, I can give you a $50 voucher. I went, oh, cool, can I use that against this? No, of course you can't, no. No. I said, yeah. I said, all right then, fair enough, $50, I might use it, might not, but it's handy. So we went through the booking system again. She said, well, we have to start again because I just wiped that one off. And so she's done it again, and then she comes back and she goes, so I'll be debiting your credit card today for $194. I'm like, hang on a minute, how did we go from 107 to 160, now 194? And she goes, well, you know, we picked a window seat and we got this and we got that. And I said, forget it. I'll go to Tiger. I said, forget it. She goes, Mr. North, if you take this flight with us today, I can offer you a $75 voucher. And I said, I'll tell you what, let's just book this bloody thing now before I wind up with a $200 voucher and a $3,000 flight, you know? Let's get it over and done with. So I got when I get to the airport, like back then, so I've got my bag, I've got my 10 kilos of carry-on luggage, right? When I get to the airport, they weigh it. She goes, you're overweight, Mr. North. I said, yeah, fair enough. She said, no, your bag. I went, oh, sorry, I'm 10 kilos. She goes, no, we've reduced it to 7. She said, I'm going to have to charge her $56 for the extra weight. I said, because you got extra baggage. I said, yeah, I've had 2 marriages. Of course I've got extra baggage. And she said, no, you're overweight, so it's fit. And I said, oh, for God's sake. I said, well, you'll have to invoice me for it. I don't have any money. I've just been performing at a festival. I've got no cash, so invoice me, right? And she's like, I see you have a voucher with us. I said, yeah, I do, 75. I said, can I use that against this? She said, yes, you can, but you can't use part. If you use part of it, the $54, then the whole $75 is gone. I thought, bloody hell. Anyway, upbeat my thinking. I said, how about on the plane, I order a meal, couple of beers, bottle of wine, whatever. She goes, yeah, you can do that. So I got it up to $74.90. Hey, not a bad effort, was it? When I got back to Melbourne, I wrote Jetstar an email. I said to them I would never fly the airline again. I would never recommend anybody to fly the airline again. And I also said that I would tell this story to every audience I get up in front of for the rest of my days. So that little job is done. Thank you very much, guys. You've been awesome.
All right, one more time for Terry North, everybody. That brings us to the end of our show for tonight. So thank you all for coming out and supporting Tell Us Another One, supporting live comedy, and of course we're supporting a charity tonight as well. So please donate to our favourite charity, Heart Kids. It's a charity that runs very strong in our family. I've got a lot of people with heart conditions, and it's a charity that I donate to, and I also donate my time to. I also do Marco the Magnificent. I perform as a magician, and I perform once or twice a year for Heart Kids as well, for the sick kids. And there was something else I was going to say, but I keep forgetting stuff today. So it'll come to me. Here we go. Heart Kids. Donate to Heart Kids. Donate to Alzheimer's. There's another charity report. Thank you. We'll get on to that one. Yeah, we do accept jokes from our studio audience, and they can yell them out as well as write them down. So thank you very much. Awesome. That's great. I was going to tell you also, I've got a children's book that I've published. It's called Marco the Magnificent. It's about my journey from Magic Land to a special place. And it's all about to a special party. Wow, what happened there? Look out. So I've travelled from Magic Land through prickly bushes as far as the eye can see. Yeah. I see a bunch of bumblebees. I turn them to real life, and I ride them across the prickly bushes so I don't get stung. This is a children's story. This is a kid's book. Sure it is. Wow. And then I make a balloon elephant so that can take me the rest of the way because I get a bit tired. And then we finally end up at a. Is there an elephant joke? Did I miss an elephant joke? Tell us another one. We like audience members to tell us jokes, to write us jokes, and we try and incorporate them into the show. And sometimes they tell jokes amongst themselves and crack themselves up. I thought I was funny then, but no, just laugh amongst yourselves. It's all good. Carry on. Good times, good times. Anyway, look, I've got a children's book, and I donate proceeds of the book to charity as well. So if you've got a grandchild, a son, a daughter, a niece, a nephew, and you want to buy the book, please do. And all proceeds, all funds, go to Heart Kids. So thank you for coming out and supporting live comedy. Thanks for supporting our favourite charity, and thanks for supporting Tell Us Another One. See you next time. Thank you. And round of applause for Steve from Sure Shot Productions. Thank you. Thanks for Daniel doing our AV work, working very hard in the background. Thank you. And thanks to the Dandelion Club for putting on such a beautiful venue and looking after you all tonight with lovely food and drinks. Thanks very much. Good night. And I'd like to sign off with saying, be good and good things happen. Thank you.
Thank you.